piece of property that has an easement and then you just recently got an offer from your local municipality, your local government, your city or your county, and you're curious, what do I do? Do I just take the offer or not? Well, this video is for you. My name is Franklin Cruz. I'm a real estate developer, and I am dealing with, I've got a couple sites with easements, and one of them we just got an offer. Well, actually both of them we got an offer from the city to purchase this easement. Both of them we declined, and one of them we're actually moving forward in a sense of saying, okay, well, basically now they want to do what they call eminent domain. The only thing is, if you don't have an education on this, let me kind of give you a heads up on what eminent domain means. Basically, the government can actually take your property if they need it for any of their utilities or services. This is only if there's only one route through, and that's through your property. Now, on my particular site, they only want like a small section, which is like a 60 by 40 section of the site. I actually have no problem doing it, but I don't appreciate the compensation because we already are doing a huge project here. So now it's actually going to set back our current project that we're working on, our current development. So what happens is there's a couple things. One is you could have no legal counsel, and that's not going to help you. The other thing is you can have legal counsel, but that legal counsel doesn't actually specialize in eminent domain, and that's going to screw you over. Or you could actually do your research in your local market and find out who specifically is an attorney or legal counsel that specializes in eminent domains. Like right now, we have a great attorney that's working both of our files. And the main reason why is in eminent domain, specifically in the state of Florida, if you have an issue like that, 100% of the legal counsel that you are not going to pay, if it's an eminent domain issue, your legal counsel is paid by that municipality, by that city or that county, period. It's an even playing field because the city and the county has unlimited funds and resources to basically sue you. You do not have that. So they made it a law specifically in the state of Florida that you do have that as a right, right? In a sense of like now it's an even playing field because they're going to pay for this. And so what happens is you have to, and I'm looking at my notes, because what happens is a development, the impact that an eminent domain can happen is the setback encroachments. You don't know what that's going to be for the area that they need. There's loss of buildability density. Now I'm losing an area. Now I have to redo the conceptual plans and the studies. Now I have also construction interference. They can delay this because normally they'll hire another attorney, and that attorney knowingly can delay as long as possible because, again, they have an unlimited checkbook. And it's not like somebody's having accountability of saying, hey, why aren't we moving forward? That attorney could say whatever they want because what happens is the local municipalities, which is typically the city manager or whoever is in charge of that legal counsel on that particular deal, does not even understand what they're getting charged because it's not like they're getting the bill and it's coming out of their bank account. This is just the reality I'm just sharing with you from the inside, right? And so what happens is now you have an inflated legal fee, which is funny because you probably have a higher legal fee from the individuals that the city or the county hired than the offer that they made. Does this make sense? So they could charge $60,000 on legal fees on this side that the county has no problem paying. And they only offered you 60 grand for the property when it's creating $200,000 worth of issues. But now they're into it for 120, and now they're going to delay it over a year. Right? I'm just telling you the reality. So my recommendation is this. Have all your documentation. And what's going to happen is that attorney, if you hire an attorney, he's supposed to be giving you some clarity. So this is when you know you hired a pretty decent attorney. First, they're going to get paid a fee structure, right? So that means you get 100% of the compensation awarded, and then their benefit is they're going to get a percentage on top of your compensation that the city or the county has to pay. Okay. The other item that's going to happen is they're going to give you a limited scope of representation for that specific property. Now, also, they're going to give you what they call an executive attorney authorization form. They're going to also send you, they're going to demand an appraisal on the property, full construction plans, easements language, or the acquisition timelines. They're going to want a civil engineer and appraisal to review everything to show the depreciation of your development because of the delay that's happening as well. And then they're going to have what they call a counter evaluation. And then between that, then they're going to be negotiating on your behalf. So these are all things that your goal and your objective is maximum compensation, period. And then you want to preserve your buildability density if you can. And then you want to minimize your development structure, period. At the end of the day, you want to get it done. So hopefully this helps anybody that's dealing with this, particularly on your site. And this could be a normal piece of land, not just a development. But a lot of times what I'm finding out is there's a low amount of education when it deals with land and development. And my goal is to bring out that education. If we could work together, fantastic. Go to trueinvestors.com, trueinvestors.com. If we don't, but you get a lot out of this, awesome. All right, be blessed.